Have you ever woken up feeling a little weaker than the day before, or noticed your balance isn't quite what it used to be? Maybe you've brushed it off as just part of getting older, the slow loss of strength or those occasional dizzy spells. It's something many of us silently worry about but rarely talk about. You might think, well, that's just aging, right? But what if it's not that simple? What if these little signs your body is giving you are urgent messages, trying to tell you something important? Most of us tend to overlook these subtle changes, thinking they're no big deal. Yet, ignoring them can sometimes lead to serious health problems down the road. The truth is, our bodies often send quiet warnings long before anything drastic happens, and knowing what to watch for can truly make all the difference. In today's video, I'm going to share 9 key body signs that seniors shouldn't ignore, along with simple steps you can take to act fast. Stick around until the end. I'll also reveal one of the most powerful habits to help you stay strong and independent. Let's walk this journey together. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Sign 1. Unusual chest pain or shortness of breath. It starts so quietly that many people hardly notice. Maybe you're in your kitchen, reaching for a mug, or you've just finished folding laundry and decide to sit for a moment. Suddenly, there's a strange heaviness in your chest, not pain exactly, but an uncomfortable pressure. Or perhaps it's a shortness of breath, the kind that makes climbing just a few stairs feel like hiking up a mountain. You pause, waiting for it to pass, and when it does, you shrug it off. That's just part of getting older, you might tell yourself. My heart's been beating all these years. It's bound to complain a little. But in that quiet moment, maybe late at night, you wonder, what if this is something more? Most seniors have felt their bodies change as the years go by. There's a certain patience you learn, a willingness to let minor discomfort slide and to downplay aches or odd sensations. Chest tightness or breathlessness can seem as ordinary as gray hair or sore knees. After all, our bodies aren't what they used to be. But should you ignore these symptoms? Is it wise to assume every new sensation is harmless? Here's the hard question. What if your body is sending you a vital warning? For generations, people have believed that aging always brings on a bit of chest discomfort or makes us short of breath. Yet, recent science has taught us to listen more carefully to what our bodies are saying. Unusual chest pain, especially if it's new, severe, or combined with difficulty breathing, should never be dismissed as just another sign of getting old. These sensations can be the body's way of waving a red flag, alerting you to issues with your heart or lungs that need prompt attention. So, what's happening inside? As we age, our risk for heart conditions naturally rises. The arteries that supply blood to our heart can narrow due to years of cholesterol buildup, a process called atherosclerosis. If a clot forms and blocks one of these arteries, the heart muscle can be starved of oxygen. That's when chest pain, called angina, or a full-blown heart attack might occur. Sometimes, shortness of breath can signal heart failure, a condition where the heart isn't pumping as strongly as it once did. It can also point to lung problems, blood clots, or even side effects from certain medications. What makes this so tricky is that older adults don't always experience the classic elephant on the chest pain we see on TV. For many seniors, the warning is subtler: pressure, squeezing, mild pain, or even just a strange shortness of breath. The good news is that you don't have to be a doctor to take the right steps. Start by paying close attention to your body. Notice when the discomfort or breathlessness happens. Is it only after you've exerted yourself, or does it come on even while you're resting? Does it last just a minute or linger for longer? Is it sharp, dull, or pressure-like? Does it radiate to your neck, jaw, shoulder, or back? Keep a simple log. Jot down the date, time, activity, and what you felt. This information can be a lifesaver when you share it with your doctor. But if you suddenly feel intense chest pain, heavy pressure, or find it hard to breathe, don't wait. Call 911 right away. Getting help fast can make the difference between a quick recovery and a life-altering event. Don't worry about bothering anyone or being embarrassed if it turns out to be nothing serious. Emergency responders would always rather check and find nothing than miss a chance to help. For those milder, lingering symptoms, schedule a checkup with your healthcare provider soon. Share your notes honestly and ask for the tests you need. Sometimes, the answer is as simple as adjusting medications or starting a gentle walking routine. Your doctor may recommend heart health tests, lung exams, or blood work to check for anemia or other causes. Small changes, like eating less salt, quitting smoking, and keeping up with regular exercise, can help strengthen your heart and lungs. But remember, nothing replaces the value of medical advice and a listening ear. Let me tell you about Mr. Jack Thompson, a neighbor of mine. Jack is 72, a retired mechanic who's always prided himself on never missing a day's work. Last spring, he started feeling a dull ache in his chest after mowing the lawn. It wasn't the worst pain, so he told himself it was just part of pushing 70. But when the ache turned into real discomfort and shortness of breath at night, his daughter insisted he see a doctor. The visit uncovered that he had a narrowed artery, and with early treatment, Jack avoided a heart attack. Now, he's the first to tell anyone at the community center, don't ignore the warnings, no matter how tough you think you are. Listen to your body. It's smarter than you think. So if you're watching this and recognizing something in yourself, a strange tightness, a moment when your breath caught, a feeling you can't quite explain, promise yourself you'll pay attention. Write it down. Tell someone. Call for help if you need it, and never think you're making a fuss. Growing older means we have to care for ourselves with the same devotion we gave our families all those years. Your life is precious, and it deserves your attention. Today, tomorrow, and every day you're given. Stay strong, stay aware, and remember, you're never alone in this journey. Sign 2. Unexplained weight loss. Losing a few pounds can sometimes feel like a victory, especially if you've been trying to eat healthier or move a little more. But what if the pounds start disappearing without you changing anything? Maybe your clothes are suddenly looser, or friends comment that you look thinner, but you haven't been dieting or exercising more. For many older adults, this kind of unexplained weight loss is often shrugged off or mistaken as just part of getting older. It's easy to tell yourself, I'm just shrinking a little with age, or I'm eating less because I don't have as much of an appetite. But what if there's more going on beneath the surface? Could this be a hidden warning sign that deserves your attention? Many seniors believe that losing weight without trying is just a natural part of aging, something to accept without worry. But the truth is, unexpected weight loss can sometimes be a red flag for serious health issues. It's not simply about appearance or size, it's about what your body might be trying to tell you. Could it be a sign of an underlying illness, a change in how your body absorbs nutrients, or even emotional struggles that affect your eating habits? Asking this question changes everything. Rather than accepting unexplained weight loss as normal, we can start to see it as a signal to look deeper. Why does this happen? As we age, many changes occur in our body's metabolism, digestion, and immune system. Sometimes, illnesses like cancer, thyroid problems, diabetes, or infections can cause the body to burn more calories than usual or interfere with appetite. Other times, dental issues, difficulty swallowing, or medication side effects reduce how much you eat or how well your body absorbs nutrients. Even depression or loneliness, common feelings among seniors, can lead to eating less and gradual weight loss. Because these causes vary widely, unexplained weight loss is not something to ignore. The science behind it is simple but powerful. Our bodies rely on a delicate balance of calories in and calories out to maintain weight and energy. When this balance is upset, either by eating less, absorbing fewer nutrients, or burning more energy through illness, weight loss happens. But unlike intentional dieting, this kind of weight loss often leaves seniors feeling weaker, more tired, and at risk for falls or infections. It's a warning sign that your body's reserves are running low, and it needs help. So what can you do if you notice your clothes are fitting looser or the scale is dropping, without explanation? First, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Start by tracking your weight weekly at home. Write it down so you can see if the trend continues. Pay attention to your appetite, energy levels, and any other symptoms like changes in digestion or mood. Share these notes with your doctor at your next visit, or schedule an appointment sooner if the weight loss is rapid or accompanied by other worrying signs. A gentle, practical step you can take is to focus on nourishing your body with small, frequent meals that are rich in protein and healthy fats. Foods like eggs, nuts, yogurt, and avocados are easy to prepare and packed with calories and nutrients. Drinking smoothies or shakes made with fruits, milk, or plant-based alternatives, and protein powder can help if chewing or swallowing is difficult. Also, try to stay socially connected. Even a phone call or meal with a friend can encourage better eating habits. If you're taking multiple medications, ask your doctor or pharmacist whether any of them might affect your appetite or digestion. Let me share the story of Mrs. Evelyn Carter. Evelyn is 78 and lives alone in a small town. Over a few months, her daughter noticed that Evelyn's favorite sweater was hanging loose, and she seemed less interested in cooking or eating. Evelyn thought it was just getting old, and didn't mention it at her doctor's visits. But when her daughter gently asked about it, Evelyn admitted feeling tired and not hungry most days. They made an appointment, and after some tests, her doctor found that Evelyn had early-stage thyroid disease, which was making her burn calories faster and lose weight. With medication and simple changes to her meals, Evelyn slowly regained strength and her appetite. She often tells friends, "I wish I hadn't ignored those little changes." It's okay to ask for help. Remember, your body is smart. It gives you signals to take care of yourself. Unexplained weight loss isn't just a number on the scale. It's a message that something needs attention. If you listen, act early, and seek support, you can protect your health and enjoy life fully. Don't let fear or embarrassment stop you from reaching out. Taking charge today means more energy, better strength, and the freedom to do the things you love tomorrow. You deserve to feel vibrant and strong every day. Keep an eye on your body's whispers before they become loud alarms. And remember, you're never alone on this path. There's always help and hope ahead. Sign 3. Sudden changes in memory or thinking. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's a moment many seniors, and their loved ones, recognize but often hesitate to talk about. Maybe you've walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you came in. Or perhaps you find yourself struggling to recall a familiar name or the details of a recent conversation. Sometimes, a word feels just out of reach, or you replay a story because you can't remember if you already told it. These small lapses in memory or thinking can be frustrating, confusing, and frankly, a little scary. For many, it's easy to chalk these moments up to just aging or senior moments that everyone experiences now and then. But what if these sudden changes are telling you something more important? We all expect some forgetfulness as we grow older. It's part of the natural process, right? But what if the changes you're noticing aren't just harmless slips? What if they're signs your brain is struggling in ways that deserve your attention? Rather than ignoring these signs or hoping they'll pass, it's important to understand what might be behind them and what steps you can take to protect your mental clarity. Here's the science behind it. The brain, like every other part of your body, changes as you age. Neurons communicate through complex networks that can slow down or lose connections over time. This can affect memory, attention, and problem-solving. However, sudden or noticeable changes, like confusion about familiar places, trouble understanding simple instructions, or difficulty managing everyday tasks, may signal the early stages of cognitive decline or dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. Other causes, like medication side effects, infections, vitamin deficiencies, or depression, can also affect thinking. That's why it's crucial to take these changes seriously and seek evaluation. The good news is that many causes of memory or thinking problems can be managed or treated if caught early. Start by paying attention to patterns. Are you forgetting things more often? Is it harder to focus or make decisions? Keep a journal of your experiences, noting when confusion or forgetfulness happens. Talk openly with your family or friends. Sometimes they notice changes before you do. Most importantly, schedule a visit with your healthcare provider. They can perform tests to identify whether the changes are due to treatable conditions or need further evaluation by a specialist. There are also simple, daily habits you can adopt to support your brain health. Staying mentally active through reading, puzzles, or learning new skills helps build cognitive reserves. Regular physical exercise improves blood flow to the brain and supports memory. Social connections reduce feelings of isolation and depression, which can impact thinking. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats nourishes your brain. And don't underestimate the power of good sleep. It's essential for memory consolidation and mental sharpness. Let me tell you about Grace, a 74-year-old retired schoolteacher. She started forgetting appointments and misplacing items, which made her anxious. Rather than hiding these struggles, she confided in her daughter. Together, they visited her doctor, who diagnosed mild cognitive impairment, a stage that can precede dementia but also allows for proactive management. Grace began attending a weekly memory workshop, walking daily in the park, and joining a book club. Over time, she felt more confident and connected. Grace often says, "Facing these changes was hard, but getting help early made all the difference. I'm still living my best life." If you or someone you love is experiencing sudden changes in memory or thinking, remember this: you're not alone, and help is available. Don't let fear hold you back from reaching out. Early detection opens doors to treatments, support, and strategies that can improve quality of life. Your mind is a precious gift. Tend to it with care and kindness. Stay curious about your brain's health. Notice the signals it sends, honor your experiences, and take small, steady steps toward maintaining your mental wellness. Together, we can face these changes with hope, strength, and grace. Sign 4. Pain or swelling in legs or ankles. It's a feeling many older adults know too well, a heaviness or aching in the legs after a long day, or noticing your ankles and feet look puffier than usual. Maybe you've brushed it off as just tiredness or the natural wear and tear of aging. After all, standing or walking can sometimes cause our legs to feel sore or swollen, and it seems like nothing serious. But what if that persistent swelling or pain is a warning your body is giving you, one that could signal something more serious? We tend to think of leg pain or swelling as normal, getting older symptoms. It's easy to accept a little discomfort or puffiness as part of the daily grind, especially if you've been on your feet a lot. But the truth is, pain or swelling in your legs or ankles can sometimes be a sign of a serious condition that deserves your attention. Could this be a blood clot? Poor circulation? Or perhaps a sign your heart or kidneys need some extra care? Asking yourself this question shifts the way you respond, from ignoring symptoms to recognizing the importance of acting promptly. So why do legs and ankles swell or hurt? One common cause is a condition called deep vein thrombosis, or DVT, a blood clot forming deep in the veins of the leg. DVT can be dangerous because a clot may break free and travel to your lungs, causing a life-threatening pulmonary embolism. Other causes include chronic venous insufficiency, where the veins have trouble sending blood back to the heart, leading to pooling and swelling. Sometimes swelling is related to heart, kidney, or liver problems that cause your body to hold on to extra fluid. Pain can also stem from arthritis or muscle strain, but it's the swelling combined with pain and redness that should raise your concern. Your body is sending messages through sensations and changes you can see. If your leg feels warm, swollen, or painful, Especially if the swelling is sudden or only in one leg, these are signs to take seriously. Remember, not all swelling is DVT, but any new, unexplained leg pain with swelling needs prompt evaluation. Don't wait for symptoms to worsen. What can you do right now to protect yourself? Start by paying attention to your legs daily. Elevate your feet when resting to help reduce swelling. Gentle exercises like walking or ankle circles can improve circulation without overexerting you. Wearing compression stockings, if recommended by your doctor, can support blood flow and prevent swelling. Avoid sitting or standing for long periods without moving. Try to take short breaks to stretch your legs regularly. If you notice swelling accompanied by pain, warmth, redness, or tenderness, especially in one leg, call your healthcare provider promptly. Don't ignore these symptoms or hope they'll go away on their own. Quick action can prevent complications and keep you safer. Let me share the story of Mr. Harold Jensen. Harold, a 76-year-old retired teacher, loved his daily walks but began noticing swelling in his right ankle and a dull ache in his calf. He initially thought it was just from being on his feet too long. When the swelling didn't improve and his leg felt warm to the touch, his wife urged him to see a doctor. Tests showed he had a blood clot in his leg. Thanks to early diagnosis and treatment with blood thinners, Harold avoided a serious complication. Now, he encourages friends in his senior center to never ignore leg swelling or pain. Your legs carry you every day. They deserve your attention and care. Swelling or pain is not something to push aside. By listening to your body, making small lifestyle changes, and seeking medical advice when needed, you can protect your health and maintain your independence. Remember, these signs are your body's way of asking for help. Taking them seriously and acting quickly isn't just smart, it's life-saving. You have the power to stay strong and active, step by step. Keep caring for yourself with kindness and patience, because every day is a chance to move forward with confidence. Sign 5. Frequent dizziness or loss of balance. Dizziness can strike at the most inconvenient moments. You might be standing up from your favorite chair, turning to greet a friend, or simply walking down the hallway when suddenly, the room feels like it's spinning or your legs feel wobbly beneath you. It's a moment of panic, a loss of confidence, and sometimes a terrifying fear of falling. For many older adults, these episodes of dizziness or loss of balance are all too familiar. Often, they're shrugged off as just getting old or part of aging, but these feelings are much more than simple annoyances. They're important signals your body sends, and listening to them could be key to keeping yourself safe and independent. It's common to think, I'm just a little dizzy because I stood up too fast, or I've always been a bit unsteady, it's normal at my age. But what if these episodes are happening more often? What if they're telling you that your balance system isn't working as well as it should, or that something deeper is going on? Instead of ignoring these signs or hoping they'll go away, it's time to ask a different question. Could frequent dizziness or loss of balance be a warning that your health needs a closer look? Understanding why dizziness and balance problems happen is the first step toward protecting yourself. Our sense of balance relies on a delicate system that includes the inner ear, eyes, muscles, joints, and brain working together seamlessly. As we grow older, changes in any part of this system can cause problems. For example, inner ear conditions like benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, BPPV, can make you feel like the room is spinning. Medications, low blood pressure, dehydration, or blood sugar fluctuations can also trigger dizziness. Muscle weakness or joint problems may affect your ability to steady yourself. Even vision changes or nerve issues can throw off your balance. Sometimes, underlying heart problems or neurological conditions are at play. Because the causes are varied, frequent dizziness or loss of balance should never be ignored. So, what can you do to protect yourself from falls and keep your balance steady? Start by noticing when and how often you feel dizzy or unsteady. Do these episodes happen when you stand up quickly, turn your head, or take medications? Keep a journal of these occurrences and share it with your healthcare provider. Regular checkups can help identify causes and adjust treatments. Simple lifestyle changes can make a big difference. Staying hydrated, standing up slowly, and avoiding sudden head movements can reduce dizziness. Incorporating gentle balance exercises, like Tai Chi or simple leg raises, strengthens your muscles and coordination. Wearing sturdy, supportive shoes and making your home safer by removing loose rugs or adding grab bars reduces the risk of falls. If you use glasses, keeping your prescription up to date ensures your vision helps, rather than hinders, your balance. Let me tell you about Mary, a vibrant 70-year-old grandmother who loves gardening and playing with her grandchildren. Mary began experiencing sudden dizzy spells that made her afraid to walk outside alone. She often felt unsteady and once nearly fell while getting out of bed. Instead of hiding her fears, Mary talked openly with her doctor. After some tests, she learned that some of her medications were contributing to her dizziness. With small changes to her meds, plus daily balance exercises and a few safety upgrades at home, Mary regained her confidence. Today, she enjoys her walks again, feeling safer and stronger with every step. If you're experiencing frequent dizziness or loss of balance, remember this: you're not alone, and these signs are your body's way of asking for care. Don't dismiss them as just aging. Taking action early, whether by seeing your doctor, making simple home changes, or staying active, can prevent serious falls and injuries. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and loss of independence for seniors, but they are also largely preventable. You have the power to take control of your balance and your safety. Every small step you take toward understanding your body's signals and caring for yourself is a step toward a healthier, more confident life. Keep moving gently, stay connected with your healthcare team, and know that with awareness and action, you can keep your footing through all the seasons of life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Your journey is important. By listening closely to your body and embracing simple habits, you can face dizziness and balance challenges with hope, strength, and grace. Stay steady, stay safe, and know that each day brings new opportunities to live fully and freely. Sign 6. Unusual changes in digestion. For many of us, digestion has always been something we take for granted, a quiet, behind-the-scenes process that just works. But as the years pass, you might begin to notice subtle changes. Maybe you feel bloated more often, or constipation becomes a frequent companion. Or perhaps you find yourself rushing to the bathroom with diarrhea that seems to come out of nowhere. These unusual changes in digestion can be confusing and uncomfortable, and it's easy to blame them on just getting older or a change in diet. But what if these signs are your body's way of sending a message, one that you shouldn't ignore? It's common to think everyone gets a little off digestion as they age, or it's just stress or something I ate. But unusual, persistent changes, especially if they last for weeks or months, may not be so simple. Could these symptoms be signaling something more serious, like an infection, inflammation, or even a warning sign of colon cancer? When you ask yourself this question, you begin to see that digestive changes aren't just minor annoyances but important clues about your overall health. Why do digestion and bowel habits change as we age? Our digestive system naturally slows down over time, and the muscles that help move food through our intestines may become less efficient. Changes in diet, less physical activity, medications, and even dehydration can all affect how well your digestive system works. Sometimes, conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, diverticulitis, or infections cause symptoms like bloating, constipation, or diarrhea. Most importantly, persistent changes in bowel habits can be a sign of colorectal cancer, especially if accompanied by blood in the stool, unexplained weight loss, or fatigue. Understanding this can feel overwhelming, but knowledge is your greatest tool. Paying attention to your body's signals, how often you have bowel movements, the consistency, any pain, or bleeding, helps you take control. If you notice any sudden or lasting changes, don't delay talking to your healthcare provider. Regular screenings like colonoscopies are vital for detecting issues early and have saved countless lives. What can you do right now to support your digestive health? Start with simple, gentle steps. Eating a diet rich in fiber, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, helps keep things moving smoothly. Drinking plenty of water hydrates your system and prevents constipation. Regular physical activity, even a daily walk, stimulates digestion and overall well-being. If you're taking medications, ask your doctor if any might affect your digestion. And try to reduce stress, which can play a big role in how your gut feels. Let me share the story of George, a 68-year-old retired firefighter who loved his BBQs and family gatherings. Over several months, he noticed he was becoming constipated and often felt bloated after meals. Thinking it was just part of aging, George didn't mention it at first. But when he saw blood in his stool, he finally made an appointment. After screening, George was diagnosed early with colon cancer. Thanks to timely treatment, he's now cancer-free and advocates for regular digestive health checkups among his friends. He often says, "Don't wait. Listen to your gut." Literally. If you're experiencing unusual changes in digestion, remember you're not alone, and these signs matter. Taking action by seeking medical advice can catch problems before they become serious. Your digestive health is a vital part of your overall well-being and quality of life. You have the power to care for your body with small but meaningful changes. By nourishing yourself with good food, staying active, and staying connected with your healthcare team, you can keep your digestion and your life on track. Each step you take is a step toward comfort, strength, and confidence. Your journey to good digestive health is important, and it begins with listening closely to your body. Together, we can face these challenges with hope and determination. Keep moving forward, stay curious, and take good care. You deserve it every day. Sign 7. Changes in skin color or sores that don't heal. Our skin is the largest organ we have, and it tells a story. One of the years we've lived, the places we've been, and the care we've given ourselves. For many seniors, changes in the skin, like new spots, discolorations, or sores that just won't seem to heal, can feel unsettling. Maybe you've noticed a mole that looks a little different, or a patch of skin that's been sore for weeks without getting better. It's easy to think, it's just my skin getting older, or it's probably nothing. But what if these changes are important clues, signaling something more serious that deserves your attention? Many people assume skin changes are just part of aging, and while some changes are normal, unusual spots or sores that don't heal can sometimes be signs of skin cancer or other skin conditions. Because our skin thins and becomes more fragile with age, wounds can take longer to heal, but persistent sores shouldn't be ignored. Asking yourself whether a spot is new, changing, or painful can be a critical step toward protecting your health. So, why do these skin changes happen? Over time, years of sun exposure can damage the skin cells, leading to age spots, wrinkles, and in some cases, precancerous or cancerous growths. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the United States, and its risk increases with age. Types like basal cell carcinoma and squamous cell carcinoma often start as small, slow-growing spots or sores. Melanoma, though less common, is more serious and can develop from moles or new pigmented lesions. Additionally, conditions like diabetes or poor circulation can cause sores that heal slowly or get infected. It's important to know what to look for. Warning signs include changes in size, color, shape, or texture of a mole or spot. Sores that bleed, crust over, or refuse to heal after several weeks. New growths that look different from other spots, and patches of skin that feel itchy or tender. Regular self-exams and skin checks with your healthcare provider can catch issues early. What steps can you take today? Begin by taking a good look at your skin once a month in a well-lit room using a mirror. Pay attention to any asymmetrical spots, have irregular borders, multiple colors, or are larger than a pencil eraser. If you notice anything unusual, make an appointment with a dermatologist. Don't wait for symptoms like pain or bleeding before seeking help. Early detection is key. Keep your skin healthy by protecting it from further sun damage. Wear sunscreen with a high SPF, cover up with hats and clothing, and avoid prolonged sun exposure, especially during peak hours. Moisturize regularly to keep your skin supple and hydrated. And if you have existing wounds or sores, keep them clean and follow your doctor's advice to promote healing. Let me share the story of Mrs. Helen Garcia, a lively 75-year-old who enjoys gardening and walking in the park. Helen noticed a small, rough patch on her cheek that wouldn't go away. She thought it was just a scratch from her rose bushes. After a few weeks, it started to grow and sometimes bled a little. Concerned, Helen visited her dermatologist, who diagnosed it as basal cell carcinoma, the most common but treatable skin cancer. Thanks to early treatment, Helen recovered fully and now encourages everyone she knows to check their skin regularly. She says, "That little spot could have been much worse if I waited. It's better to be safe and see a doctor." If you're noticing changes in your skin or sores that don't heal, please remember, these signs are your body's way of asking for care. Don't dismiss them as just aging. Acting early can save your skin and your life. You have the power to protect yourself by paying attention, seeking medical advice, and making small daily choices that keep your skin healthy. Your skin reflects your story. Let it be one of strength, care, and vigilance. By listening to its signals and taking action, you're investing in your health and well-being. Stay curious about your body, keep up with your skin checks, and remember, you deserve to feel confident and comfortable in your skin every day. Together, we can face these changes with hope, wisdom, and courage. Take that first step toward care. It might just be the most important one you make. Sign 8. Persistent fatigue without clear cause. Fatigue is something most of us are familiar with, the kind of tiredness that comes after a busy day or a restless night. But what if the tiredness doesn't go away? What if you wake up feeling just as exhausted as when you went to bed, and simple tasks like getting dressed or cooking a meal leave you drained? For many seniors, this kind of persistent fatigue creeps in slowly and can be easy to overlook or explain away as just part of getting older. It's a feeling that often whispers at first, but if ignored, it can weigh heavily on your spirit and your quality of life. It's normal to feel tired from time to time, but persistent fatigue without a clear cause is different. It's not about needing a nap after gardening or a long walk. It's a deep, overwhelming tiredness that lingers no matter how much rest you get. You might ask yourself, is this just aging, or is my body trying to tell me something? This question is important because persistent fatigue can sometimes be a sign of underlying health issues that need attention. Why does this kind of fatigue happen? As we age, changes in the body systems, chronic illnesses, and medications can all play a role. Conditions like anemia, thyroid disorders, diabetes, heart disease, and even depression or anxiety can sap your energy. Sometimes, infections or nutrient deficiencies like low vitamin B12 cause fatigue that doesn't improve with rest. Your body might be working harder than you realize to fight an illness or cope with stress. Understanding this helps you see fatigue not as an inevitable part of aging, but as a signal to look deeper. If you're experiencing persistent fatigue, start by paying close attention to your daily energy patterns. Are there certain times you feel worse? Are you having trouble sleeping or feeling sad or anxious? Keep a simple journal to track your fatigue and any other symptoms, like shortness of breath, dizziness, or changes in appetite. Sharing this with your healthcare provider can help identify the root cause. Taking care of yourself begins with small, manageable steps. Prioritize good sleep hygiene by keeping a regular bedtime routine and creating a calm, comfortable sleep environment. Make sure you're eating balanced meals with enough protein and nutrients to fuel your body. Gentle physical activity, like walking or stretching, can boost energy levels over time. And don't hesitate to ask for support, whether from family, friends, or your doctor, because fatigue can feel isolating, but you don't have to face it alone. Let me tell you about Louise, a 73-year-old retired librarian who loved volunteering at her local library. Over several months, she felt increasingly exhausted, often needing to rest multiple times a day. Louise thought it was just her age catching up, but noticed she also felt forgetful and sometimes short of breath. When she finally visited her doctor, tests showed she had anemia caused by a vitamin deficiency. With treatment and some lifestyle adjustments, Louise's energy returned, and she's now back to her volunteer work, sharing her love of books with the community. She often says, "Listening to my body saved me from losing the life I love." If you're struggling with persistent fatigue, know that your feelings are valid and important. Don't ignore this sign or push yourself too hard. Instead, take it as an invitation to care for yourself more deeply. Early evaluation and support can uncover treatable causes, help you regain your strength, and improve your day-to-day life. Your energy matters, because it fuels your moments, your connections, and your joy. By honoring your body's signals and seeking help when needed, you're investing in your well-being and your future. Keep moving gently, rest when you need to, and remember that you deserve to feel vibrant and alive, no matter your age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Together, let's face fatigue with compassion, knowledge, and hope. Every day brings a new chance to nurture your health and reclaim your vitality. You are stronger than you know, and you're never alone on this journey. Sign 9. Hoarseness or difficulty swallowing that lasts. It often starts with a subtle change, a slight roughness in your voice that you chalk up to a cold or a little overuse from talking too much. Or maybe swallowing feels just a bit uncomfortable, like food is sticking where it shouldn't. At first, these changes seem temporary, something that will clear up on its own. But then days turn into weeks, and your voice remains hoarse, or swallowing becomes harder and more painful. For many older adults, this persistent hoarseness or difficulty swallowing can be easy to overlook or dismiss as just part of getting older. But these symptoms can be important signals your body is sending, ones that deserve your attention and action. Many seniors believe that a change in voice or swallowing is simply caused by aging or common ailments like acid reflux or allergies. While those can be true, what if these symptoms don't improve? What if they are warning signs of something more serious, like infections, growths, or even cancers of the throat or voice box? Asking yourself this question shifts your perspective from ignoring these changes to recognizing the need for medical evaluation. Why do hoarseness and swallowing problems happen, and when should you worry? Our throat and vocal cords are delicate structures that can be affected by infections, inflammation, acid reflux, or injury. But persistent hoarseness lasting more than 2 weeks can be a red flag for laryngeal or throat cancer, especially in people over 60 or those with a history of smoking or heavy alcohol use. Difficulty swallowing, called dysphagia, can result from nerve or muscle problems, blockages, or other medical conditions that need prompt diagnosis. Because early-stage throat cancers and other serious conditions often begin with mild symptoms, paying attention is critical. So, what can you do if you notice your voice sounds different or swallowing is uncomfortable? First, don't delay seeking medical advice if symptoms last longer than 2 weeks. Your primary care doctor can perform an initial evaluation and refer you to specialists such as an ENT, ear, nose, and throat doctor for further testing if needed. Early diagnosis can make a huge difference in treatment success and recovery. Meanwhile, take gentle care of your throat. Avoid smoking or exposure to smoke, limit alcohol, and try to stay hydrated with warm, soothing liquids. If acid reflux is a cause, eating smaller meals and avoiding spicy or acidic foods can help. Resting your voice when it feels tired and using a humidifier to keep the air moist may ease discomfort. But none of these home remedies replace professional care when symptoms persist. Let me share the story of Mr. Frank Wilson, a 79-year-old retired engineer who noticed his voice getting raspier over a month. At first, he thought it was allergies or a lingering cold. When swallowing became slightly painful, he finally mentioned it to his daughter, who urged him to see a doctor. After an examination and biopsy, Frank was diagnosed early with laryngeal cancer. With timely treatment, he recovered well and is now an advocate for throat health among his friends. Frank says, "If I had waited longer, things could have been much worse." Don't ignore what your throat is telling you. If you or a loved one experiences lasting hoarseness or difficulty swallowing, remember, these symptoms are important signals, not to be brushed aside. Early medical evaluation can detect treatable conditions and prevent serious complications. Your throat and voice are essential to your communication, your enjoyment of food, and your connection with others. They deserve your care. By listening carefully to these signs and acting promptly, you're taking a vital step in protecting your health and quality of life. You have the strength to face these challenges with courage and grace. Keep advocating for yourself, seek help when needed, and remember you are never alone in this journey. Your voice matters. Cherish it, protect it, and don't hesitate to speak up when something feels off. Together, let's face these changes with awareness, hope, and determination. Every day is a new opportunity to care for your health and keep sharing your story with the world. As we've explored today, our bodies speak to us in many subtle ways, through changes in pain, balance, digestion, skin, energy, and even our voice. For those of us who have journeyed through many seasons of life, it's easy to dismiss these signs as just getting older. But the truth is, these signals are not to be ignored. They are important messages from your body, urging you to pay attention and take action. Remember, early recognition and timely care can make all the difference. Whether it's unusual chest pain, sudden weight loss, memory changes, leg swelling, dizziness, digestive shifts, skin changes, persistent fatigue, or hoarseness, none of these signs should be taken lightly. By listening to your body, keeping track of changes, and seeking medical advice when needed, you are giving yourself the best chance to maintain your health and independence. Taking care of yourself is not just about preventing illness. It's about honoring the life you've lived and the years still ahead. It's about embracing the power you have to stay strong, active, and joyful. You are not alone in this journey. There are doctors, caregivers, friends, and family ready to support you every step of the way. So, take these signs seriously. Be proactive. Share what you've learned with your loved ones, and encourage open conversations about health. Your well-being matters deeply, and small actions today can lead to bigger moments of happiness tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to comment below. What sign surprised you the most, or what step will you take first to care for yourself? We're here to walk this journey with you. Stay strong, stay aware, and above all, stay hopeful.